Putin-Zelensky meeting delayed, meeting of the century, postponed. Donald Trump, eager to stop Russia's invasion of Ukraine, is doing everything possible to push forward peace talks. He even canceled his August vacation this year to focus on organizing the meeting. According to The Hill, U.S. presidents traditionally take time off in August, when Congress is in recess. White House Press Secretary Caroline Trump also considered continuing talks at Trump's New Jersey Gulf resort, but ultimately decided to keep working from Washington. Trump and his team say that Putin is ready to meet, and the White House has begun preparations. No date has been set, but several locations are under consideration, including Geneva, Budapest, Rome, and Helsinki. Zelensky is said to favor Rome, while Putin prefers Geneva. The Ukrainian president has indicated he is open to Austria, Switzerland, or Turkey, but has ruled out Hungary or Russia. Switzerland has already stated that it would not arrest the Russian leader if he comes to Geneva, despite the ICC arrest warrant. The Budapest option is unpopular, as Ukraine was previously misled there, a point also raised by Poland's prime minister. Meanwhile, Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov avoided confirming that preparations for direct Putin-Zelensky talks were underway. In an interview with Rossiya 24, he said Moscow does not rule out any negotiation format, but stressed that top-level talks must be prepared as carefully as possible. Lavrov's comments appeared to question Zelensky's legitimacy, saying outright that any peace agreement must be signed by the authorized person from Ukraine. Zelensky, for his part, has agreed to meet without preconditions, but Russia is again raising the issue of who has the legal right to sign on Ukraine's behalf. Disagreements also remain on the two most sensitive issues: territorial exchanges and security guarantees. U.S. President Donald Trump has suggested Ukraine would gain some land after a peace deal, though he implied Kyiv may have to concede territory as well. During his Washington visit, Zelensky thanked Trump repeatedly, but spoke of territorial concessions only twice, once in an expanded meeting and once at a media briefing. He has consistently stressed that the Constitution forbids trading away land. Instead, he has demanded compensation from Russia for war damage, including about $300 billion in frozen Russian assets in the West. He has also called for ongoing financial support to maintain state institutions, cover social spending, and rebuild Ukraine's economy. Separately, he requested $90 billion in military aid for weapons, including fighter jets and air defense systems. The non-military side of security guarantees, especially the possible deployment of foreign troops, is also under debate. At the White House summit, French President Emmanuel Macron said the EU and US agreed that security guarantees must support Ukraine's military and establish naval, air, and land defense structures. Bloomberg reported that allies do not intend to cap the size of Ukraine's armed forces. Macron also stated that Europe should help through peacekeeping and ground operations. Several European countries, including Britain and France, have discussed sending troops, and roughly 10 countries are reportedly prepared to contribute forces as part of a peace deal. The Kremlin has rejected any deployment of NATO troops in Ukraine and is insisting that Kyiv surrender control over large parts of the east. A package of security guarantees is expected to be finalized in the coming days. Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni has proposed NATO-style guarantees without granting full membership. European leaders have sought Trump's support for this plan, and he has signaled willingness to coordinate. U.S. businessman Steve Witkoff earlier claimed that Putin himself agreed to solid security guarantees, under which the U.S. and Europe would jointly defend Ukraine against renewed aggression. Russia, however, has not confirmed such a deal. Instead, Lavrov has said Moscow is open to guarantees involving China, the U.S., Britain, and France, but insisted they must be settled directly with Russia. He emphasized that foreign troops on Ukrainian soil are unacceptable to the Kremlin. This issue remains one of the main obstacles delaying not only the Putin-Zelensky meeting, but also the broader peace process. The Taliban did not abandon the path of vandalism. Since the Taliban's return to power in Afghanistan, attacks on historical and cultural heritage have sharply increased. From the destruction of the Buddhas of Bamiyan to the removal of the Alisher Navoy monument, their approach has often been labeled as nothing less than